Hello guys, myself Vinayak. Again I have come with one more video on organic chemistry. That is, today we are going to talk about very simple concept, that is inductive effect. It's very basic, everywhere required. So one should know to understand the further concepts. So let's start with electronic effects without wasting our time. So what are electronic effects? So before going to start with the electronic effects, I want to tell you about the covalent bond. Now there are two types of covalent bond. This is one covalent bond between this carbon and this carbon, and there is one more covalent bond between this carbon and this chlorine. Now what is the difference between these two covalent bonds? Here the covalent bond is present between two similar carbons. That means they have, see, electronegativity remains same, hence the covalent bond, what do you mean by covalent bond? Covalent bond is formed by two electrons. Now because this both are of equal strength, now where the electron density lies, the electron density lies in the center of the bond, hence there is no electron displacement. But if you see in this case, this is an alkyl group and this is an chlorine. Now chlorine is an most electronegative element, so what will happen, it will try to pull the electrons, this whatever electrons are there in this covalent bond, towards itself. Hence in this covalent bond the electrons are lying more towards the chlorine atom. Got it? So it will show some electronic displacement, hence this is also showing some of the effect, that is nothing but minus I effect. It is showing some inductive effect. So what do you mean by inductive effect? So inductive effect, so here polarization is there, it takes electron towards itself, so it will get a negative charge and it will get a positive charge. So because of that what will happen, so there is some electronic displacement effect, that is known as inductive effect. So inductive effect may be defined as a permanent effect where electrons forming a covalent bonds are shifted more towards the most electronegative elements. So or else you can also say that inductive effect in which permanent polarization arises. Now whatever this polarization is happening, it is permanent. It is due to the displacement of sigma electrons along the carbon chain. Now again there are two types. If electronegativity group is attached to the carbon chain, then it will get a negative charge. If electron donating group, electronegative means what? Electron withdrawing group, right? So it will show minus I effect. And if I attach electron donating group, the whatever process is there, it is exactly reverse of this one, so that will give you a plus I effect. Now let's discuss minus I effect. Suppose I will take one carbon chain, let's make it very simple. Let's take a carbon chain and I will attach a X. Now what is X? X is any electron withdrawing group. X is any electron withdrawing group. Now what this electron withdrawing group does, it will withdraw electrons from this bond. So it will get a negative charge, it will get a positive charge, and instead this will become now electron deficient, so it will try to pull electrons from this carbon. It will again get a small positive charge. As we go on, see pulling is there. Now X is pulling electron from the all this throughout the chain, hence the positive charge is developed on the all the carbon atoms. But the magnitude of positive charge on this carbon and the magnitude of positive charge on this carbon is too much of difference is there. The magnitude of positive charge on this carbon is more compared to this carbon. Here the magnitude is very less. Now, so this is what is known as minus I effect. When any electron withdrawing group is attached to the carbon chain, it is it gives rise to minus I effect. If I replace just X by Y, so what is Y? Y is an electron donating group. So Y is what? An electron donating group. So obviously electron donating groups are very few. It is very easy to remember. All alkyl groups are electron donating groups, like CH3, like CH3 twice, and CH3 thrice. These are the electron donating groups. All alkyl groups, see, all alkyl groups are electron donating groups. Now here when Y alkyl group is attached here, it will donate electron to the carbon chain. Now reverse phenomena is happening. When it is donating electrons to the carbon chain, what will happen? This will get a small positive charge because it is donating, it is taking electron from Y, it will get a small negative charge. Instead this will go on moving like this, whatever has happened in plus I effect, no, same thing will happen in the minus I effect. Here 4 delta should come. Okay, so magnitude of negative charge is more here, whereas magnitude of negative charge is very less on the last carbon atom. Okay, now let's read the definitions what I have written. Okay, I hope you have understood. Now we'll understand the definition. When an electronegative atom such as halogen is introduced to a chain of carbon atom, what will happen? The electron displacement takes place. The most electronegative atom gets a negative charge because it takes electrons from the covalent bond, right? And the positive charge is transmitted throughout the chain. Now which are those electron withdrawing groups? All the halogens, chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine, all the methoxy group. It may be, you can write OR group. R may be any alkyl group. So COOH, OH, cyanide, etc. These are the electron withdrawing groups and they give rise to the minus I effect. You should remember this actually. Now plus I effect. What is plus I effect? When a chemical species, when a chemical species with the tendency to release or donate electrons to the carbon chain, such as an alkyl group, is introduced, when it is introduced to a carbon chain, then the negative charge is transmitted throughout the carbon chain. In minus I effect, positive charge is transmitted throughout the carbon chain, whereas in plus I effect, it is negative charge which is transmitted throughout the carbon chain. So what are the groups? All are the alkyl groups. Okay, now why alkyl group act as an electron donating group? You should be having the question, right? Fluorine is chlorine is electron withdrawing group because it is more electronegative than the carbon. Now what happens in the alkyl group? Now if this is the case, okay, this is donating electrons to the CH3. When it will donate, when it is it has a more electron density than this CH. We will take it as a CH2 CH3. Okay, when it has a more electron density. Okay, now what is happening? Hydrogen is a electron positive compared to carbon and hydrogen. Hydrogen is a electropositive and carbon is a electronegative. Hence carbon will take this covalent, this sigma electrons towards itself, okay, from all three hydrogens. So what is happening? Because of this, the electron density on the carbon is increasing. Hence it is becoming electron rich. Hence it will donate electrons to the next carbon. Hence alkyl groups are electron donating groups. Now if I attach CH3, the effect of CH3 will be more again. Now CH3 will donate again electrons to the carbon than compared to hydrogen. Okay, so it will be more. Now this carbon will become more electron rich because one CH3 group is there than compared to this one. See, compared to this one, see here all three are hydrogens, all three are donating electrons to the carbon and it is making carbon electron rich. Here 2 hydrogens and 1 CH3. This methyl group will is more effective in making this carbon electron rich than compared to hydrogens. Hence this group is more electron donating than this group. If I attach 2 CH3, it further increases the electron density on this carbon. If I further replace all hydrogens by CH3, then the electron density in this carbon will become very much high. Hence it will donate electrons easily to the next carbon, and hence alkyl groups will show plus I effect. So any doubts? So to understand the applications of inductive effect, you should know the definition and what are the types. In the next video, we will see some of the applications of inductive effect which are very important for your solving the questions from competitive exams. So please go through it, prepare it, and then go to my next video, which is on applications of inductive effect. Please, if you like the video, like it, share it, subscribe it, and thank you very much for listening the video.